if Comrade Geza fails on action, we are going to oust him and take other war vets and go ahead. We don't hesitate. Nyatsimba Mtota is speaking to you at this moment.
TV.
A very good evening, Zimbabweans. I, for one, Nyatsimba Mtota, was very, very disappointed with Comrade Geza's address yesterday. As much as I love Comrade Geza for being a courageous man, he did not address on the pertinent issues that we pre-addressed him before his address. The whole of his address revealed to me that if he keeps on that pace, he will be labeled a crybaby. A crybaby continues to hammer on mistakes. This has been done to me. It was not supposed to be done. It was supposed to be done like this. Every day, repeating and repeating. We don't expect that from the caliber of Comrade Geza, a well-decorated liberator. He must be more focused. I addressed him on about 18 different issues that the people of Zimbabwe wanted him to articulate on. We told him that Zimbabweans now anticipate action, not talking. I told him personally that the rest of the country is convinced that Rigananda are ticks which must be done away with. That's the second point that I articulated to him before he addressed the people. The other point that we raised is that we have no time to waste now by continuously talking of the same things that we have said since 7-8 months ago. He was made to know that an application was done and submitted to legitimize the stay away and mass action. The fifth issue pre-addressed to him was the fact that payments for Mujibas and Chimbwidos, combatants, pensioners, and civil servants must be improved to at least 1,000 for the Mujibas and Chimbwidos and at least 1,500 for civil servants. We candidly told the Comrade Geza that people have pledged support to him, including me. We talked to him about the funding that we always address people on. We wanted him to tell the people about the funding, but he carefully avoided the subject. I'm talking about the 20 billion that we said was raised. He knows it very well. He has avoided it. We told Comrade Geza that youths are ready to propel the message to the remotest part of any community in Zimbabwe using the mode of transport which is not very executive, just a motorcycle, which can be bought out of the 20 billion. We wanted him to tell the people that he is supporting the cause of the people. to say he is willing to make sure that the message is cascaded down to remote communities, and also to say he is geared to work with Zimbabweans to ban corruption propelled by Viganandas. The other 11th issue that we told the Comrade Geza is the accommodation of opposition members, especially Chamisa. We wanted him to tell the nation that we shall work with him in leadership. Just for the period that we shall work together in order to do what we call electoral reforms. He partially touched on that. He did not touch on it as per our wish. We also asked him to address the nation on what we must do with those of our members who are under arrest for the revolution, e.g. Nyoka Mabunu and others. Another issue that we wanted him to address is on the issue of taxes. And that we no longer want the community and the people to be heavily taxed because the regime has killed industry in Zimbabwe. It did not. We told him that some of the people, not Viganandas, who are engaged in corruption, for example, police officers and other people in the civil service, are doing so because it's the alternative for them to survive. Simply because they are being pushed by the regime to do so. So what we wanted was a solution to that. We specifically told on the 15th point, Comrade Geza, that people now are ready to take it to the streets and to take it home by way of stay away. That was not addressed. Yes, he addressed on unity. But we wanted him to particularly state that there must be unity between Geza, Chamisa, Chiwenga, and all other opposition members. Taking the definition of an opposition from the doctor who spoke to DJ Wally. Every person who is opposed to the movement of the regime is an opposition member. We wanted him to state that he wants unity and unity of purpose to act together without greed. We wanted him to articulate on the issue of what we must do immediately with the Viganandas. Whether it means after applying, running to their homes, arresting them. It's allowed, citizen arrest. We can arrest them. E.g. the Tagwireis, the Chivayos, the Sakupanyas, and others. We told him to put our differences aside so as to do one common thing. These are the things that we pre-advised Comrade Geza. But what did he do when he came to address the people? He spoke of messages. He related to Chiwenga and Viganandas at Vic Falls. He spoke of vets and povo disgruntlements. He states that we have not rested. He talks about how Tagwire and others were moving around Zimbabwe, addressing people, and how tenders are corruptly given to Tagwire and others, Ugandans. And how Tagwire is boastful of the money that he loots. He dwelt much on Tagwire's sins, and that Tagwire is stealing ZANU-PF party in the same way he stole SDA Church. He blames ZANU-PF leaders and supporters for clapping hands to Tagwire and the fact that blood was spilled to regain independence. That Chiwenga worked very hard in order to bring forth second regime, second republic. And that ED now is forgetting Chamisa, is forgetting Chiwenga. Those are not the issues that Zimbabweans want. The real issues at hand are as follows. What do we do now together as the nation to remove the cancer, even to redeem him, meaning Comrade Geza? Redeem Comrade Geza, redeem Nyoka Mabunu, and other people who are under arrest and who are in custody because of the regime. That is one of the issues that we really wanted. People of Zimbabwe are no longer want to deal with crybabies. We don't eat those cries, no. We want bread on the table. Let's show Zimbabweans direction. That's the whole purpose of the movement. Or if we are running out of wisdom or ideas, let's open discussions with the people, because the people are rich of ideas which they can give us, and then we can lead them to be able to execute what people want us to do. We must never tell people what to do. People must tell us what to do. Please hear me well on this issue. The idea of unity was good, but to unite to do what? This is the missing link. Let's unite. Let's go to the street and act. Let's go and arrest this and that. Those are the issues. It's not a bad idea to be united. I personally have always told people to be united. But to be united to do what? It's better to be blindly united. Remember, we have done that in the past. We supported ED to remove Mugabe. In the end, we had not even actually asked the ED to have a proper contract with us to say, if he goes, this shall be like this, our structures will be like this, opposition will be here, like that, like that. We did not commit ED. That was a fatal mistake that we made. We are not prepared to make a similar mistake. What we need to do today, if Comrade Geza is listening, is to assure Comrade Chamisa of the key leadership position in the country. He won, as you said, Comrade Geza. If Chamisa won, let's give him a mandate to lead the country. And then we agree with him that we are going into a phase probably of 3 years where we, as he leads, we make what we call electoral reforms. Then we throw the ball to all. Those who win must take it. That's what people are after. Comrades and friends, fellow Zimbabweans, the people of Zimbabwe are no longer interested in history. They are no longer interested in rhetoric. We all know, the whole of Zimbabwe knows that the regime is bad. If you're not smelling corruption, the question is, what do we do today, not tomorrow? This is the issue. This is the missing link. And Comrade Geza, when he came, I don't think he consulted all his foot soldiers, who include myself. But I made it on my own volition. I pre-addressed him on the issues. I think those who listened to my address will support me on this issue. He did not touch on these things. We don't want blanket statements. If he wants us to be successful, let him listen to me now. Let's tell Chamisa his take and commit ourselves to paper with him. Not to just fumble and talk as if we want to include him, as if after winning we can then ditch him. No. We must be able to be people of a covenant. We must keep our covenants. Our promises must come true. If we fail on that, that means that we are not honest on our own. Therefore, no revolution can succeed if we delve in cheating our fellow brethren, those who fight together with us. If this revolution is not delivering these things that the people tell us, for me, for one, when I address people, they tell me, you guys, you lack action, please, we are waiting for action. People are supporting, I tell you. Sometimes 60,000 people on one rally. That's a big number, which we must actually thank the people of Zimbabwe for, and even those in the diaspora. They are doing well to support us, but if we don't return good for good, what are we doing and what are we going to achieve? Nothing. So, comrades and friends, fellow Zimbabweans, we are so happy about all the support that you give us. We are so interested, but what we don't want, the news people who can actually make people fight amongst themselves. Divided, we fall. United, we stand. We must understand this ethic. We don't want sellouts in the media. We want to select media houses that are genuine people, not genuine in supporting one side, genuine in the way they take their news, the way Cooley and DJ Holly are doing. They are not sided to one side at all. They genuinely, if you are wrong, they will tell you you are wrong without fear or favor. They will come to you and ask you, to find out what you say in comment. This is what journalists do. And this is what lacks in the, what we call ZBC. They report on one side. They are always talking about ZANU-PF, the good things that ZANU-PF does. They don't report on the opposition. As a result, we no longer need them. We in the near future, we are going to tell all citizens not to pay licenses for the radios, because a law that does not support people is not a law. It must be done away with. We don't want to support journalism that support one side of the story. A newsman must be in between, commenting fairly, you see, and relaying the information from that side and from the other side to the consumers who are the public of Zimbabwe. That is Nyatsimba Mtota speaking to the nation now. That is what we need. We must desist from listening to all and sundry in terms of the news media houses there. Those who are one-sided. You see? So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Zimbabweans, Nyatsimba Mtota is trying to show you the way forward. If Comrade Geza dares to continue on the path of trying to cheat fellow members in the revolution, then we are going to say goodbye to him, and the likes of Nyatsimba Mtota will take it off and go. We don't hesitate. If he is corrigible, then he must show it. He must show it immediately. And we call upon him to come and readdress the nation. If he doesn't know what to address the nation on, he must actually create a platform where he will ask members of the public as to what they want addressed and what they want done. Then we move forward following a mandate from the people, not telling people what to do. Leaders do not know everything. We might want Comrade Geza for his tactics to fight in the war. But as far as ideas are concerned, to dislodge the current regime, he might want ideas from people. We are people supported as long as people see that we do what they want and not what the leaders want. The whole of Zimbabwe are fighting the regime because the regime is telling us what to do. Is taxing hearts. You see? Is now passing out and selling the land without taking recourse to the people who gave them the mandate. They are giving each other tenders, corruptly so. That is what we are opposed as far as the regime is concerned. The regime is running without a manager. They don't have a manager. If they had a manager, we would have roads which are similar to those in South Africa. Our buildings would be as those in South Africa. We would not dwell on the construction of Tlabablas interchange, giving names of people who were fighting with us in the war. There would be nothing wrong about that. But we are fighting hate speech. The regime is resorted to hate speech. They are trying to offend the opposition and those who are opposed to their ideas. Those are the words that we say no to. Gone are the days when people of the same country must actually both against each other. If I win to become a leader of this country today, if I win, even those in the opposition, I will love them a lot because they matter. They live in Zimbabwe. And I will do their will in order to satisfy their will, even though they are from the opposition camp. That is what Nyatsimba Mtota will do. and I believe it that is what Chamisa will do. I will not hesitate to jump ship and join Chamisa. I will not hesitate. If I'm moving with blind people, I will not be prepared to move with the blind people leading me, because they will lead me to a cliff, then I fall in. I will not do that. I think I'm wise enough to avoid such kind of behavior. This is Natimba Mtota speaking to you. Would like to say to all the members of the public, we thank you for your support. We have heard your plight. You want action, and action is what we promise you to do. If Comrade Geza fails on action, we are going to oust him and take other war vets and go ahead. We don't hesitate. Natimba Mtota is speaking to you at this moment. We thank you.